so we're back here with Where Did you go? Where did you go? Come on now, come on. So we're talking, of course, as you know, the entire series is called All About the Joneses. Come on now, favorite name, All About the Joneses. And I want to start with you, Shaka, because we know a lot of times people think that the women are always leading the way because there's so many women in churches, there's so many that are leaders. When you look around in universities, there are so many women. So we don't want to be like if we are feminists or anything, because I'm certainly not. So what has been your biggest misconception about marriage? Not just your marriage, but about marriage, but because you can only judge from your marriage, what has been the biggest misconception about marriage? You can answer today if you want.
Yeah, I can't say I went into any with any preconceived notions. Like, I try to accept the fact. If I don't know something, I just try to learn on the job. But for me, I guess what you always say, oh, like she's a ball and chain. that statement, ball and chain, like, oh, like, well, when you get married, like, you know, like, all your freedom gone.
Okay.
You can't do what you like. I mean, of course, you can't do what you like anymore because you have to consider another person. But it's no different than when you have a child. You can't do what you like if you have a child as well. But I think if you enjoy the person's company, like, I honestly don't want to be apart from her for any extended periods of time or what have you. So, and I would never part here. I keep very few friends, so. It's honestly for me, the adjustment has not been as difficult as persons would have made it out to be.
So basically, as you thought marriage would be, it is, or is that I'm just learning, enjoying the flow, the day-to-day.
Exactly right. I just try to flow. I didn't have like any. It's going to be this. It's going to be that way. I just said, well, I'll come into it with an open mind and.
Yes, understood. I didn't have any either. I would say I only had, I guess. You know, as girls I tend more go to that route, where as a girl you may think of this fairy tale, but not left, because we're spiritual, we ain't about no fairies.
The one I would say is that she tricked me. Like,
this is the third time you were saying she tricked you. We want to know how she tricked you.
I didn't plan on marrying a deaconess. that was not my plan or my intention.
So she tricked you and became a deaconess?
Yes. And it was too late for me to transfer. Right? So
it's so funny. You didn't know what the movie. Just a nice Christian girl. Just
God fearing, yes, but like not like all like, you know,
the
church. But God knows what you need more than you do.
So now you gotta be in the church doing things too.
Exactly.
And for you, Shaka, what's been the biggest misconception about marriage for you?
For me, I would say I always thought that you get to know the person and then you get married. I honestly was surprised at how much more I needed to learn about him after marriage. It was surprising to me. I thought, well, I know him and now we get married and it's just smooth sailing from there, but not that it was rough or anything, but I'm just surprised at how much more you have to learn after the fact.
Listen, it's not about me today, but I just have to agree with you but for me it was just slightly different, which I'll share more when my husband and I have in our segment, is within, I guess when I went in, I was kind of like thinking to myself, oh well, you know, but I always have to remember we got married literally after 9 months. So in less than a year, so in the same year we met, we married. So how much could I have known? But I felt like if I'd known him so long or so well, but then when I got married now, I was like, what is this? Mr. Man, well, who's this person? And I guess he could probably say the same thing about me. So I completely get what you're saying. There's so much to learn.
Come see with me, come live with me. It's two different things. Two different things.
Especially if you have personalities, like probably ours in the sense that we're order and neat. So then we have husbands that are not order and neat. They say that your marriage is supposed to teach you something. That you're a period of people you're supposed to learn. So I believe with my husband and that situation where I'm like more of a neater one like you, is that I had to learn more patience with him and learn, yes, and tolerance, and to be able to just, stop making everything have to be in its place all the time and just live life. Because sometimes when you're like that, you become so much about the things and not the person, so you can ruin moments. Because I know I've ruined moments before where I'm like, why is this not like that? Why is that not like that? I ruin a moment where he could be doing something nice to me. Instead of me saying that nice thing, I'm looking and be like, why the boat turned that side? Or,
right. Or you trying to make the bed and you're like,
oh my God, I'm guilty.
A sheet?
Not so much a sheet, but you didn't push the edges in properly. I'm guilty, but anyway, let me not take up your time, because I really want everyone to really get to know. Marriage includes sacrifice for it to thrive and to be successful. What are some of the sacrifices? I mean, you could choose your own word, but I like the word sacrifice for me personally. What have some of those sacrifices been for you as a woman, a mother, a friend, and so on? You have extended family. What are some of the sacrifices that you had to make this thrive and be successful?
I would say personal time, because there are times when you might have a hard day at work and you come home and you just want to calm down, but then you have to give advice to one of your children, or your husband come home and he wants to share something about the day, and like I'm not in that space right now where I want to receive this information. I just want to come down from the day. But because you love your family and you need to be what you need to be to them at the particular moment, you need to put yourself aside and just embrace that, because you're thankful for the family, so you have to sacrifice for what they need at the time.
I really love that answer. And for you?
I would say similar, about sacrificing your comfort zones. You have to be willing to listen when she wants to talk. As I said, like roles will reverse. Like you may be tired, you may not feel like talking at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you get a nudge in your rib. Like,
yeah, women.
I got something to ask you. Like no, like yes, no.
Wives.
And if you don't want things to fester and to grow, and then you try to nip things in the bud as soon as possible. So I would say, definitely, like your comfort zones have to. You honestly can't have a comfort zone anymore. You have to be willing to do what is best for the individual and vice versa.
That's really good. Thank you so much. For you, for both of you, do you believe in, and I actually got this question because I was listening to a program, do you believe in soulmates? And would you say that Sheldon, and for you, Shaka, is your soulmate? If you believe in soulmate, if not, explain. Because I really want folks to get different perspective on what I heard this person said, which I agree with what the person said, but I'm not going to tell you. I want to hear from you.
Let's try to go first.
You see. You.
Sure is not
see.
dead. You're welcome.
Yes.
Honestly, to answer that question, I will have to know what the definition of a soulmate is. I can't say that I know what it really means. I know that you would have this connection with a person that you've never had before, and I definitely have that with Sheldon. I'm not sure if there is or that I believe that there is a one person out of the 6 billion people in the world that is for you, and they happen to live in the same country as you, and you happen to meet them in your lifetime. But if that's what the definition of a soulmate is, then I would say no, I don't believe in that. But I believe that there are people that are on the same journey as you, and that you, when you connect with them, can take you to where you were destined to be, or where God intended for you to be.
Yep.
I never believe in the whole soulmate. I believe that it's personality types, and you can make it work with different persons, but it comes down to the personality of the individuals, and as she said, also where they're at, their beliefs, there's certain criteria that you can make it work with multiple people, but every marriage will still be, even you can make it work with 3 people, but every marriage will still be different. So you may have you can make it work with 3 people, but one marriage may work best among the
Yes.
the lot. So I don't believe in any one. So I believe in that you can make it work with multiple people, but there's one that God intends for you for the best outcome possible.
I agree. I when the person shared, I said to myself, soulmate. No, I don't believe in soulmate because we know the soul is constant of the mind, body, and will, emotions and will, the mind, will, and emotions. Now, can you imagine if you're going by soulmate? When we get into our feelings and our feelings can lead us wrong so many times. So when the person shared, it was like soulmate. No, you be having multiple relationships if it's about soulmate.
Correct.
What I was saying when she was sharing, though, I said, you know what? It's not about soulmate, but it's destiny mate. So which is what both of you guys shared in your own language, in your own words, destiny mate. So I more agree with destiny mate. So you can take that word if you want, destiny mate. Okay, so as a mom of soon to be 4, is 4?
3,
1,
please.
2.
3.
She will have a connection for it. No.
Okay. As a mom of 3 kids, how has that impacted, and you as a dad with 3 kids, how has that impacted your romantic life, your social life, and your family life? And this is family life meaning your extended family, like your mom, sister, and so forth. Do you get to spend the same amount of time, and how has that impacted that?
The freedom to move and to do what you would have been doing when you were dating is definitely more limited now. But then it kind of trades off to that excitement at home and having happy babies and so it is a trade-off. I wouldn't say it's a totally negative trade-off, but obviously there are things that you would have liked to do or you would like to be more spontaneous in doing, but you can't be as spontaneous as you would have been before.
For me is I was never much of a out person, so honestly, like, it has not been that much change for me always. What takes up most of my time for things that I would want to do, like with the family or whatever, will be work. But that's it. But in terms of like they hindering what I would have been accustomed doing, I never used to do anything much anyway, so it's fine for me.
Good. As we move into probably last question, I think, we know that like you said earlier, there are things about each other that you would have had to learn to accept and changes. I know I'm not the same person that my husband met, and there's still a lot of changes as you grow, because I believe life comes with change. So has there been anything about each other that you thought that you needed to change, and instead of so when you got into the relationship, in the marriage now, you realize I can't change this person because change is not up to me, because that becomes control instead of concern for the person. And what did you do then to get that? I would give an example if that question sounds a little bit confusing. For myself, if there's anything about myself that need to change, instead of coming and telling me and bombard me with it, you need to change this, babe, you need to change this, babe. And people, we are human beings. What happens is that we sometimes be like, oh my gosh, you're like all in my space telling me change this. So no, what my husband does, he will pray. So I find I do the same thing. Instead of being like, babe, you pray. What was the approach for you?
For me, I had to learn a lot more tolerance and understanding. That is for sure. I am a pretty kind of dry person, pretty black and white. If it's A, it's A. If it's B, it's B. I only learned then about emotions and triggers from the past and what have you, and learning how to adapt my approach and my questions and my responses to take into consideration those things from the past.
Oh, very good. I thought it was the last question, but there's one more. Okay. Before marriage, I had a friend who we used to talk about everything, anything. She got married before I did. When she got married, I noticed a change, which is good. And I realized that the things we used to talk about where her marriage is concerned, we stopped.
Right.
before they got married, where the relationship is concerned, it stopped, which to me is good. We're good. She and I, we're good. I understood. She didn't even have to explain it. I understood. And obviously, likewise, when I got married, there's no way anybody that considers a friend can know anything about my marriage. Like, no way. What advice? Because I know you guys go and have your, what is it called again?
EMC.
Marriage company.
The marriage company, yes. And what advice would you give to persons out when it comes to sharing your marital business with others?
Don't. Well,
I'll let you one word.
Discuss among yourself, find a solution among yourselves. Don't let any third party enter marriage or know information about your marriage. Is extremely dangerous.
Right. So you heard it from the husband. And a lot of times as wives, I'm not blaming us.
Stereotyping.
But I'm not. Please, I'm not. But a lot of times we have friendships and we want to tell a friend when we're hurting, or we have, we're hurting, so we want to share. But I've learned that the only third person is the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Well, I agree, don't. But here is the reason why I think you shouldn't, because you are going to share from your own perspective, which can be faulty or it can be incorrect. And also, when you give that person that information, they can't unhear it or unknow it, and then they have an image or a vision of your husband or wife for the rest of the time.
It's true.
And you can't reverse that. So when you and your husband or wife have reconciled now, they still have that painted picture. So it's best to just not involve them. And especially, I mean, yes, you may want to vent, but if you need to speak to a third party, make sure it's someone that is qualified, that can actually help and be objective, not just a person that is going to lend an ear.
It is true, especially if the friend was your friend first.
Right.
If the friend is not mature enough, they would then be biased and be like, oh, he's this and he's that.
Correct.
So I completely agree.
Correct.
I completely agree. So guys, you heard it here from this young couple, 3 years, soon to be 3 years. 3 years when?
3 years in June.
In June. Whoa, like seriously. Wow, God bless you guys. So you heard it here. I hope this video has been a blessing to you. They have indeed been a blessing to me. There's always something to learn. I always believe that. There's always something to learn. It's only been my 6th year of marriage. So I'm always saying, who can teach me something? I'm learning. I'm not being in my head thinking, oh, I'm a leader. So no, I'm learning it. Okay. So be in that position. I've always wanted to learn. Even the babe can come and share something, a revelation, and you might miss it because you're thinking, well, what does this baby knows? What does this toddler knows? What does this young girl knows? But look at their daughter. She sat on their sofa and she expressed her heart about seeing the couple, how they relate with each other in the home, and it has been a blessing to her. So she's now excited, thinking, well, this is a great example for when my time is, marriage is great. There are a lot of kids today who think, me, marriage, no. So thank you guys once more for being here. Please do not forget to like, share, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? It's somewhere below there. Don't gonna pretend like I'm this big YouTuber. It's somewhere there. It should be highlighted in red. Just press it, and if you want to be notified of every new video, there's a little bell somewhere above there too. You just press it and the video will pop up in your inbox. Please don't forget to forward the videos to anyone who you think may need to hear. So God bless you, we love you, and remember that excellence is a choice, and all you do, aim for
excellence.
They got it.